And UCLA was rocking the bus outside of Easton Stadium before they came in to get ready for this one. The Bruins, the 9 seed in the tournament, they just need to win one game today over Santa Barbara to punch their ticket to Super Regionals. UC Santa Barbara survived 2 elimination games yesterday. They'll have to win twice today. Well, UCLA has a very hot offense, and we've seen that through the first 2 games. 2 run rule victories. They've hit 4 home runs. The Bruin Bombers are in full force, but facing a scrappy Gauchos team who made history yesterday, picking up not one, but their first 2 NCAA tournament wins, and they are here in the regional final for the very first time. We started with 4 teams here in Los Angeles. UCLA today needs to win once. Santa Barbara will have to beat the Bruins twice. And yesterday, wild performance. Obviously, she was going to get the ball in their elimination game, but that game went 10 innings. And then they have to come out and play again 30 minutes later. That one goes 8 innings. Just for the record, we're supposed to play 7.
When I feel like with that Gaucho team, the energy that they continued to keep carrying as the games went on, that rolled right over into the night game against San Diego State. And I had mentioned that to you, saying that when you get to play that middle game, you almost go into that game 3, the night game, with more energy.
Foul ball. Yeah, and that was something Santa Barbara was able to ride, taking down Arizona State and then San Diego State. Their first 2 NCAA tournament wins in program history, and now they get another shot at UCLA.
And such a hard-fought game against Arizona State. Kenzie Brown threw her heart out as well in the circle. Both those pitchers going at it.
Jessica Clements looking for the gap, sliding in to make the grab is Alexa Sams.
This is a good piece by Jessica Clements. This is a pitch that's elevated up and away. Solid defensive play by Alexa Sams in left field, and that's what it's going to be about. Defense is going to be able, or have to step up today, It's going to be a big piece to them, knowing that UCLA as a team doesn't strike out very much. They're going to put the ball in play. You want to be able to have your pitchers back, play solid defense.
Here's Savannah Pola. Savannah Pola is leading UCLA in average, 438. And rolls foul. And talking with Kelly Inouye-Perez, UCLA's head coach, before this game, it was like, you know, watching them, the Santa Barbara team the last 2 days, she noticed, preparing for them, they're playing free, they're scrappy. That makes them dangerous to play on this regional final Sunday.
Extremely dangerous. And I even said that to her. When you're playing in these regionals, me going from the pitcher mindset of playing in it, you expect to play the certain seeds, and when you're playing the teams that aren't the higher seeds, sometimes in your brain they have nothing to lose, which makes it for you as a pitcher a lot harder to go up against.
This one past Fuentes at third, and Savannah Pola is on for the first hit of the day for UCLA. This is a Bruin team that run-ruled Santa Barbara on Friday, but it was a slow burn, if you will. They really got going late in the game.
They did, and I think that's also regionals kicking off as well. A little bit of nerves, hosting at home. Everyone kind of feels the regionals opening day butterflies a little bit, and it just took that second time through the lineup to really start to kind of manufacture some things for UCLA.
Now Jordan Woolry at the plate after Savannah Pola picked up her 4th hit in the tournament so far. Jordan Woolry, 81 RBI. She's one of 2 players now in UCLA history to have over 80 RBI in a season. The other one, Stacy Newman-Denise, who was here as the head coach of San Diego State yesterday. They were eliminated. She's 10 RBI away from tying a single season record.
Wow. Which, when you think about it, seems attainable for her to get to this year if they continue on.
Rolls it to left. Back-to-back hits for the Bruins. And you know Santa Barbara hasn't forgotten this next hitter because Megan Grant coming up to the plate walked it off on them on Friday.
And the important piece here, I think, for Malaya Johnson is going to be being able to get ahead of hitters. That last one by Jordan Woolery is a 2-0 hitters count, takes a curveball, just continuing to pass the bat mentality a little bit, has to find some pitches she can get ahead of these hitters with. And we know that changeup was really the difference maker in her performances yesterday because it allowed for her to be able to go more with the curveball, go more with the screwball.
There's a change. Megan Grant, 24 home runs on the season for the Bruins.
Good pitch. Deceptive with her body, you can't tell.
Megan Grant underneath it. Back in center is Erin Mendoza. Pola will advance to third. It's runners on the corners.
And that's crafty. You just went back to back to back changeups against one of the toughest hitters in the country, and you're able to get her to fly out. That's a win in itself. It's the location of that pitch, the confidence of that pitch to be able to throw it 3 times in a row.
Riley Slimp, the left fielder, the freshman left fielder out of Texas. And talking to Joe Evans, the head coach at Santa Barbara, about Malaya Johnson before this game, she said, you know what, she carries a little bit of a chip on her shoulder, maybe under-recruited, and so takes pride in being that ace for Santa Barbara. And you know, winning the battle, the first battle against Megan Grant in this game means a lot after giving up that 2-run home run on Friday.
Well, you have to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder as a pitcher and a me versus you, because you have that circle around you for a reason. It is me versus you, and it's all kind of the little things that you say to yourself, and it's kind of like the Michael Jordan mentality. And I love it because I was even talking to Joe Evans before the game and just kind of mentioned the later you got into those extra inning games, what I used to do in those was like look over at that other pitcher and be like, there's no way she's beating me. Like, she hasn't done what I've done. And she said, that's funny because that's exactly how Malaya Johnson is. Like, really will look at, you know, that other pitcher, and that's kind of what keeps her going. And it's just, it's kind of a fun, twisted way to, you know, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It wasn't her that gave up the 2-run home run, but she did make it through the first 5 2/3 innings, and then Ainsley Waddell came in and relieved her in that game. That's when UCLA was able to walk it off, but oh, that hit Slimp. And it loads the bases for Alexis Ramirez. They call her Lefty, a lefty catcher who hits right.
And this hurts right in on the hands.
And Lefty's got a pretty big number next to her name when the bases are loaded. 600. Ooh. 3 for 5 with 7 RBI. But this weekend in the tournament, through those 2 games for UCLA, just 1 hit for Ramirez. And such a big get for her to come back into the lineup. She came back to be available for the Bruins around March 22nd, around that Iowa game, and so important. She's battling an injury. And important to get her back because UCLA lost its shortstop and second baseman, so they had to change some things defensively. It was nice to have her number back behind the dish. Ramirez reaching for it. leaves it in the grass. One run across. Two as Woolery slides home. Make it three. A trio of Bruins score off the bat of Lefty Ramirez.
And a nice job by Alexis Ramirez in this situation. Coming up clutch, bases loaded, changeup, not fooled, hits it to right field, almost like she was expecting that pitch. Little bit of a defensive miscue here for the Gauchos. An additional run scored. I really think only 2 should have scored in that situation. Malaya Johnson should be backing up home plate. That ball should not get by Dima I.
And so she'll get a single and 2 RBI. Then the error, of course, allowed the other run to score. But a 3-0 early start here for UCLA. And yesterday in their game, we saw them in the first inning. They were attacking. And Kanaya Bragg, the freshman shortstop, who was one of those players that had to step up when the injuries hit. Actually on a 5-game hit streak right now, hitting .429 during that time.
Seeing Johnson right now just with that curveball. That pitch was electric for her as the innings went on in the extra inning game against Arizona State as well as versus San Diego State. That's really a difference maker pitch for her. Changeup's been consistent, but when she can locate that curveball in and around the strike zone.
Got it to the grass. Ramirez speeding and sliding. 4-0 Bruins.
And this is an example of the curveball, but it just misses over the heart of the plate. And when that happens, these hitters are going to capitalize. And that's what you've seen. A quick 4 runs here for UCLA, making a statement right out of the gate.
UCLA, I mean, when you look at the numbers and you look at the national rankings, their offense right up there in so many different categories. And I was looking back at the numbers, the difference between last year and this year. And last year, a good offensive team too, but even better this year. Look at averages up, home runs are way up, extra base hits are way up.
And that's when you look at Charlize Palacios and Maya Brady and the impact that they had on that program. And you look at just kind of how Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery have really been able to step up. I mean, like I said, Woolery had 81 RBIs coming into this game, and Megan Grant 77, and a combined 45 home runs between the two of them. Like, it's hard to do, those two players.
Yeah, and Lisa Fernandez, who's coaching third base this season, has also taken a larger role and taken over the hitting with this UCLA program. Her, along with Bubba Nichols, one of the assistants, and Will Oldham have kind of become the offensive coordinating staff, if you will. And Kelly I has been so pleased with the approach, the mentality that she's seen from her hitters at the plate.
Well, I mean, Lisa Fernandez was the goat at doing both. And then I just also think the addition of being able to take Bubba Nichols from first base and putting her in the dugout and the communication piece to the athletes, I think is awesome, because how you're able to, you know, communicate that piece of adjustments and body and what you're seeing. Each athlete is very different.
Taylor Stevens, slow hopper to Fuentes at third for out number 3. But UCLA up 4-0 after 1 inning.
Stepping up UCLA right out of the gate. A quick 4 spot to lead off the first.
8th in their second elimination game yesterday to eventually beat San Diego State and get them here today.
Well, and fire me up, because that was the response to Malaya Johnson giving up a run to San Diego State. So I loved the attack mentality, the punch back. I thought that was so clutch to just show that you have your pitcher's back. She's been throwing her heart out.
And maybe a surprise if you've been following UCLA softball, but Taylor Tinsley gets the start today. This season, we've seen three main pitchers work for UCLA: Taylor Tinsley, Caitlin Terry, and Addison Fisher. We have not seen, that one's foul. We have not seen Addison Fisher this weekend, and we asked Kelly Inouye-Perez about that before the game. Said she is available. We're going with Tinsley today.
Yep. And I think also Coach just mentioned she likes the response. Maybe Taylor Tinsley kind of held a couple pitches back, didn't throw her changeup as well as she may have wanted game one against the Gauchos, so is excited to see the response of Taylor. And she mixes the ball well. Listen, when her changeup's on, you can say that about a lot of pitchers, but when your changeup is money, it makes everything that much harder to hit, and that's going to be an important pitch, not only for today, but for her to continue to keep throwing, because when that's on, she's tough.
Jazzy Santos at the top of the order. Who had a 3-run home run against San Diego State.
And this battery calling their own game, and I love it, like more than you know.
I can hear it in your voice. It's Alexis Ramirez, lefty behind the dish. Savannah Pola gets it on the hop. Yeah, and Kelly Inouye-Perez told us, you know, she was going over some last-minute film with them in the dugout, saying, hey, remember, why did you do this? Why did you not do this? What was the plan on Friday? Just refreshing them because she wants them to call their own game.
I wish more coaches wanted that, honestly, Courtney. I know there's a lot of different things out there that coaches have, and you know, the data and the numbers and everything, but I do think that there's something really cool about that connection with the catcher and being able to see just swing tendencies and the way that the body moves of the hitter, and you be able to pick up on things. If anything, it's more so being able to say that you want to shake, right? If in your gut it doesn't feel good, no, don't throw a pitch you're not committed to.
Tinsley against Giselle Mejia right now, who's their leader in average, 383. Pola tested again. All good. 2 down. We talked a little bit about Terry's stuff. What do you like most about her?
Well, it's her changeup, which I've talked about, but throws that a good chunk of the time, right? She will climb the ladder with that rise ball more than anything. I think to establish the strike zone, can go side to side with the curve, but it is that changeup. She can throw it at any count. Doesn't matter if she's behind or if she's ahead.
Taya Banks now up the shortstop. Popped up and just over the net. Ooh. And Taylor Tinsley, it was her and Caitlin Terry last season. That was kind of the 1-2 punch. And at times, I mean, Taylor Tinsley was shut down for a little bit. And Caitlin Terry had to carry the load because they wanted to make sure that Tinsley was available and ready to rock for the postseason, helped get them back to the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, Caitlin Terry is a rock star. I think she threw over 40 innings.
Poked up the middle by Taya Banks. First hit of the day for the Gauchos.
A nice job by Taya Banks getting the first hit of this game, just right back up the middle to where that pitch bled over. See ball, hit ball. But I just think the support of Caitlin Terry and Taylor Tinsley and each other and kind of their relationship was so important, because when Tinsley did go down, if you didn't have KT and she wasn't able to have the confidence to go 40+ innings in a row, like a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday, like there's no way that team gets to the Women's College World Series without the rest that Taylor needed, and also the experience I feel like that Caitlin Terry got to have in the college game. I mean, heck, she's a heck of a player, travel ball, but when you move into the college game, I think you get a good experience too of what it's all about. And she got a lot of innings, and it put her in a position, and put both of those young ladies in a position to help lead that team to Oklahoma City last year.
And now you saw Caitlin Terry, she's playing in right field. She'll also pitch and she'll hit, so adding some more on her plate this season in her sophomore year.
And probably thriving a little bit. I think anytime you get to be that two-way player, if you're talking how Lisa Fernandez was, she was one of the best pitchers to ever do it, but also the numbers are astronomical in the hitting department, and she was so fearless in every aspect of her game. So KT, as healthy as ever now, gets the opportunity to do both, which probably makes her that much better in the circle.
2-2 to Acosta.
When we started.
It's just the first inning.
No.
First strikeout of the day for Taylor Tinsley.
Going with the curveball. Can I get a Bayou?
Gracious. Caitlin Terry. Speaking of the wall, she'll bounce a pitch off of it. A double for KT.
And the shift here, center field, Mendoza was actually pulled way to the left, which allows for this to get to the wall. And I think it's a tank no matter what, but just based on where the shift was, she would have been able to cut that ball off. Still a solid piece of hitting by KT, but we've seen that this weekend, some different shifts. And at times, we know that the shifts don't work if the ball isn't pitched where it needs to be pitched, so that at times will play a little bit of a factor. And another new note, Duke. She gone.
She gone.
Georgia.
So Georgia, Florida, is that super? That's super's
Georgia,
confirmed.
Florida.
Do you think they know anything about each other? Jessica Clements, nice spot in left field for her. KT comes home, 5-0 Bruins.
And a really nice job by Clements. Just an 0-1 pitch. Turns on it, a little bit over the heart of the plate, and continuing to pass the bat mentality here for UCLA. And they definitely seem like they have the upper hand.
And possible change here for Santa Barbara, as UCLA now 6 hits, 5 runs. Jessica Clements, by the way, 6 for 9 with 4 RBI. And so a change. Malaya Johnson has been lifted. Just an incredible weekend, which she'll step aside for now. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher. Ava Bradford in the circle for the first time this weekend for UC Santa Barbara, the senior California native. Last time we saw her was back on May 2nd.
And damage control, I think being able to come in, not allowing the nerves of not only who you're playing, but your first appearance in a regional ever to be a factor. And at times it can take a pitch or two to establish that piece.
Her most appearances have come this season in her career, 17. She's starting with Savannah Pola. UCLA already has 6 hits and 5 runs across here in this regional final. 1 win for the Bruins sends them to Supers. Santa Barbara has to win twice. Savannah Pola had a single and a run scored in the first inning. First inning, UCLA sent 8 of the 9 in the lineup to the plate. 8 of her last 9 games. Well, Lisa Fernandez loves that. And she'll take her base. Well, Jordan Woolry is coming up. Let's get inside Woolry's head when she steps in to swing.
For me, what I look at when I'm hitting is I have like a soft focus on my focal point that's usually behind the pitcher, and just kind of the same as Meg, just focus on my breath and like just repeatedly tell myself like, I got this, keeping it as simple and as easy as possible.
Oh, diving by Taya Banks. Wow.
Rope.
I mean, came in with the confidence you heard her talk about, but Taya Banks making the better play.
This is just money. Taya Banks laying it all out. This is a laser off the bat.
Next to Megan Grant. Popped up to center in the first inning. She's one home run from tying the single-season Big Ten record. UCLA has Clements on second and Pola on first.
Nice pitch.
David Bradford changing speeds.
When you saw that last at-bat from Megan Grant, the back-to-back-to-back change-ups to the F8.
Three balls and a strike. Megan Grant connecting. Clements is home. Pola held at third. 6-0 Bruins.
When you just can't get them out right now. I feel like they're seeing the ball big. They're swinging at good counts, right? That's not a horrible miss by Ava Bradford. She's just able to go down and get it. Committed at a 3-1 hitter's count to do something with it. And UCLA making it really tough on the pitching staff here of UCSB.
Riley Slim reached via the hit by a pitch last inning. Came around to score. And Kelly Inouye Perez was just telling us how much fun it is to coach Riley Slim. I mean, one of the kids you want to have on your roster, super coachable.
Yeah, she also said there was a moment this year where she didn't run up the line hard and she pulled her from the game and didn't start her the next day. And she said the response was absolutely incredible, and she's been a different player since then. Just love those little things about instilling the running everything out hard. Like, it's competitive to be in that Bruin lineup. And I think to be able to always know the little things mean the most, especially to those that are the captain of your ship, whether it's Kelly Inouye Perez, Lisa Fernandez. The standard to play at this school is high.
Pinch runner is Lauren Hatch at first. Dima I has to corral that. It allows Hatch to get over on the wild pitch to second base. Two in scoring position for Slim. Slim has had a hit in 8 of her last 10 games, hitting .500 during that time.
Wow.
As a freshman.
The freshmen have just been so fun to watch in this UCLA team. They have made the vets, I think, that much better with just being able to keep them loose and relaxed.
Slip on via the walk. Second walk issued by Ava Bradford since she has entered here in the second inning. Had to relieve Malaya Johnson. Possible another pitching change here for Santa Barbara? I think so.
19 for 5.
Bringing in Stoll.
Yeah, Sam Stoll will take over here in a tough situation. Bases loaded, just one out. First time that we've seen Sam Stoll on the weekend.
And coming into a little bit of a pressure cooker, I will say so myself. UCLA is making a statement. First couple innings, showing what they're made of. They're confident in this regional. They're getting to host. You've seen them run rule the last 2 games, and if the Gauchos can't get it going in the circle here to try to tame this offense, it's looking like it's headed in that direction.
Sam Stoll, the sophomore. This is her 26th appearance of the season.
And she's been a good backup to Malaya Johnson. Has a good chunk of innings in comparison to looking at Johnson, who's well over 200. Is that sophomore?
She's going to be facing Alexis Ramirez, who comes up with the bases loaded for the second time today.
That's the thing. When you're playing with fire, sooner or later, you're going to get burnt. And just being able to try to figure out offensively how to attack these hitters. And we saw Malaya Johnson. I mean, she's able to change speeds. But listen, Corny, it comes down to you miss over the heart of the plate, teams make you pay. And that's what we've seen with some of these hits. And it's not that you're getting the big home run, but they're just continuing to manufacture runs and pass the bat to one another, putting good barrel on it. And that's contagious.
Lefty Ramirez last time up in the first inning had a 2 RBI single. Stoll's trying to settle in here quickly.
It is. There's a different type of feeling coming into games with bases loaded. Your first appearance in a regional ever. There's some butterflies that feel like they hurt your tummy a little bit. And try to deal with the emotions of it.
Ramirez does it again. 1-2. She's got a 4 RBI day. That puts UCLA up 8-0. Of course, you got to play through 5 innings, but it would be a run rule situation.
Well, and just pass the bat. That's what you've seen. Going with a pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now 23 RBI on the season for Ramirez, thanks to these 2 innings. Just tacked on 4 more. UCLA will bring in a runner for her. That'll be Riley Pinedo. But if you're UCLA, I mean, you wanted to come out aggressive. You want to come out and make a statement. It's a long postseason.
Yeah, offensively, they are definitely doing that in this regional. They're making it hard on the opposing pitcher.
freshman shortstop.
Pitch.
Interesting little battle here at the plate right now because Kanaya Bragg is up, but catching behind the plate is Dima I for Santa Barbara, and these two are actually really good friends. Played high school and travel ball together. Second time they've gotten to play each other this weekend.
Yeah, it's always kind of a fun story to see how some of these California kids link up and have played travel ball together. I mean, super cool. They have no texting or chatting this week, though.
Yeah, nope, not allowed.
Nope.
2-2 to Bragg. Stoll turns. Able to make the tag is Acosta. Pinedo now at second. For the DP, Taylor Stevens, who it's been good to see her back in the lineup, has dealt with some injuries. Got the start of the DP position on Friday, her first start of the season. This is her 10th appearance of the season. When you look at this UCLA team, I mean, it is a complete team. The pitching staff that we're not seeing a lot of teams have. They've got 3 arms that have thrown over 100 innings. And then you combine that with their offense. Well-rounded in every aspect.
I think, if anything, maybe at times a little bit of youth. But I don't say that in a bad way. This is a team that has had to go through a different type of grind with that Big Ten travel and just playing the 20,000 miles logged, trying to figure your bodies out with all that. It's been, I think, a harder road than maybe they had anticipated.
Slow roller to Fuentes. But that ends the inning. UCLA with an 8-0 lead in the second inning. Bruins making a statement. And then Bella Fuentes up, the third baseman. All it takes is just one swing. You don't have to get it all back at once. And Bella, coming from a softball family, knows what it takes. Her mom, Cecilia, in the stands, played college softball. I got the chance to go over and talk to her mom because Bella, there she is, was telling us how much she looks up to her mom. And she would get in, throw her BP, work on her game. And Cecilia told me that at an early age, she told Bella, I'm going to be tough on you because you want this. If you want it, I'm going to push you to be great. And she was so proud of her for just being here. She had tears in her eyes when she was talking to me today.
And you came up here teary-eyed yourself.
I know.
It's because
Dang it.
you're a mom now. So just the little things with the mamas, they get you. I loved just hearing about her mom throwing her BP. Still will whip it in there every now and again when Bella was home.
Bella told us that she thinks about her mom when she's up at the plate. Unfortunately, she'll take a seat there, but just the first out of this inning.
And this is dirty, some downward movement, a little bit of off speed to it, tough.
Second K for Tinsley.
When you like the answer back too, after giving the leadoff double, to be able to respond, attack the strike zone, use your off speed. It's a pitch that Coach Kelly Perez mentioned that she has to throw more of. Got to call her own game on Friday with lefty behind the plate and got to communicate with Kelly Perez just about the plan and said, today you got to be able to throw that pitch more. It's your bread and butter pitch.
facing the catcher, Dima I. On a 4-game hit streak. Full count.
And Dima I's mom actually grabbed us before we came in the booth and said she's had such a good time getting to sit and talk with you guys and talk about just the game she loves. You could see her mom kind of lighten up with it too. We really like getting to sit and talk with your daughter.
That's one of the best things about the postseason is getting to meet these teams.
Yeah.
Thursday, we spent all day here at the field, and that's my favorite part is getting to talk to the athletes.
Agreed, because for some of these athletes, it's the first time they ever get to do it, and it may be the last. Like the postseason experience, and what I remember was really getting to sit down with some of the ESPN crew. I remember the World Series sitting down and like goo-goo gawing over Michelle Smith and being like, wow, she's actually talking to me.
My eye rolls it to Pola, does move the runner over to third. And hey, Michelle still talks to you. That's cool.
You know what, I would actually put us in the friends category. I think we're friends. Lucky me. It was meeting the John Kruk. I didn't know. I didn't think that he took well to me.
Ainsley Waddell next up. Santa Barbara started off this inning with a double from Alexa Sams, her 10th of the season.
Still so many sites being determined who's going to supers.
It's exciting. I love this day.
It is, and I love that teams are trying to force a game 3. Texas A&M won the game earlier and had to force to a game 2 today, and they were down 6-0. Like, talk about an emotional roller coaster.
Three balls and a strike here to Ainsley Waddell, who's just 1 for 8 in the tournament. Only had 1 hit in their conference tournament, but it was a grand slam against Hawaii. See Ramirez and Tinsley talking. If you're just tuning in, these two call their own game for UCLA.
And that communication, I think, especially you have a hitter that's battling you a little bit, being able to be on the same page and going out, what do you want? Like, what do you want to throw here? You have to go with your gut. And I know a lot of times coaches are calling pitches from the dugout, but at the end of the day, that ball does leave your hand. You have to be committed to being able to throw that pitch, and if you're not, you're throwing it at 70% instead of 100. So I just love the time out there.
Up the middle, a well-struck ball in front of Clements. And what an at-bat for Ainsley Waddell, just her 2nd hit of the tournament.
This is so clutch. Just battles and finally gets a pitch that she can do something with right back up the middle. I love sitting the off speed.
So clutch with Alexa Sams on third. So Santa Barbara has 1 run across, still a big hole to climb out of, but it's just 1 batter at a time.
Yep, that's what you got to do. And it starts by having a good leadoff, and that's what you saw in Alexa Sams with that leadoff double. And
Lucy Mogan will come in to run. There's a center fielder, Erin Mendoza. I feel like Erin Mendoza's had some really good at-bats.
Lengthy at-bats.
Yes, like a 10-pitch at-bat yesterday.
Yesterday.
Couldn't tell you what game it was in off the top of my head. It was in one of the 18 innings they played yesterday.
Yeah, and that's all I think you can ask of someone in the 9 spot, just being able to try to turn the lineup over quickly, ignite a little bit of confidence to the upper part of the lineup. Seeing a lot of pitches, almost trying to be that like annoying presence down at the bottom.
Oh, Jeff says it was against Arizona State yesterday. I knew he was going to look it up.
He was.
So 2-2 here. How does Taylor Tinsley respond after giving up that RBI single to Waddell? That response is a strikeout, number 3 of the day.
The weekend.
We've also seen her start in the circle, play a mean right field,
and do it all.
And it's been cool to watch her game expand just in her 2nd season. And, I mean, they've talked from day one. She's got this swagger about her. Got the start yesterday in the circle. And she's nimble on her feet.
And she's fiery. I can appreciate her, just her confidence and her swagger that she carries.
Facing Sam Stoll, the 3rd pitcher today for Santa Barbara. Malaya Johnson got the start. Swiped by Dima Ai. Good catch.
I like it. She's quick on her feet, gets out, makes the big time catch. Lead outs are key, especially when you're trying to chip away into a ball game where you're down by a lot. So being able to get those lead outs, I think, is important.
Top of the order here, Jessica Clements, who's got a career high this season, single season hits. RBI single in the 2nd. Transferred in from Cal Poly, where she was their all-time leader in average. Also the Big West Player of the Year last year. Popped up to Jazzy Santos at 2nd. Don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA softball regionals. We'll take you to the best live action on 7 Innings Live. On the ESPN app, you can see every game, every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series, only on the ESPN networks. It's been so much fun to watch that. Matt Schick stepping in to Chris Button's spot today, along with Tara Henry still there and Tori Vidalis.
And I felt like we rent the ballpark for a long time yesterday.
We were.
They logged some solid hours.
They did.
They sure do.
Savannah Pola has reached 2 times today. A single and a walk.
Pitch.
Pola, a player who's having her career best offensive numbers and found a home playing 2nd base. Jumped into that spot when UCLA had some injuries.
And I really like her in that 2 spot. I just think she's adds a lot of versatility, has a lot of speed up the line. Changed her swing up a smidge from last year to this, was a lot lower in her legs last year, a little bit more upright, hands a little bit more quiet, not as much movement with her bat. I was trying to get all the deets on, you know, Woolry and Megan Grant and just their numbers. They weren't giving me the good stuff.
They were not.
Giving me a little bit, but
Close to the vest. Pola lifting to right, and Mejia underneath it. Most efficient inning that Santa Barbara has had. 3 up, 3 down. 8-1 is their score. About making sure they had a true staff and got experience this year.
and all very different when you look at them. Caitlin Terry coming from the left side, more upspin, has that lefty curveball. Addison Fisher, 67 to 68 miles an hour down in the zone, and then Taylor Tinsley with that changeups. Just the changeup specialist can throw it and makes everything that much harder to hit. But 100 innings each is impressive, and they've all been different pressure cooker type innings, which is how you gain experience. Addison Fisher got to start in the Big Ten championship game. Like, you don't know what you don't know until you're out there in those types of moments. And I just think that adds so much value to trying to make it far in the postseason. Really, it's hard to really get where you want to go with just one arm, and you're seeing some teams be tested on that today.
And we were surprised when we got the lineup today that Addison Fisher was not the starter. We haven't seen her at all this weekend. So we went and talked to Kelly Inoue Perez, and she said she is available. But they were going with Tinsley today.
Yeah.
They've been pretty used to switching around, putting them all in different positions. I mean, really, it was back in the fall when the offense and the pitching really locked in. Offensively, they were aggressive in scrimmages. They went after each other. Pitching-wise, they started splitting those reps with Addison Fisher coming in, who was the top-ranked recruit in this year's class.
And at times, no better team to scrimmage against than your own, because they know you that well. So every opportunity to go and face those types of hitters, be able to face a Jordan Woolry or Savannah Pola, and the numbers, Megan Grant, the list goes on. You're getting better as a pitcher, and you're making them that much better. But, oh, man, I used to hate inter-squad games.
Really?
Yeah, I did. It is. It's hard going up against your teammates because you have to take the, like, savage mentality out of it. I don't really want to spin my curveball at 69 miles an hour in on your hands. I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hurt you. But I also want to beat you. So you just sometimes have this fine line between, like, how much is too much, which was hard for me.
Kind of not surprised by that.
Yeah.
That's what made you great, though.
It is, and I could say that they probably felt the same. They didn't love having to face me because, you know, could separate it once we left the locker room and we were done with it. But yeah, sometimes those were those were battles.
Drop third strike. But Santos swings at it. That's strikeout number 4 for Taylor Tinsley.
And it's going with that changeup yet again. So good, efficient pitch. And Jazzy Santos, when I think of her as well yesterday, she had some really good lengthy at-bats from the leadoff spot and was really scrappy. And I feel like that's what we saw from this whole Gaucho team. The more that they continue to play together and they can pull from their conference tournament, like Joe Evans said before today's game, like, we're really pulling from that tournament. Like, that's what put us in a position to be able to do what we did yesterday in the back-to-back game. And
well, they're 8-0 in elimination games this postseason.
yeah, not a bad stat.
She loves how her team is playing, starting last week at the conference tournament into this weekend. And you can't count them out. We saw that yesterday. Mejia going back is Savannah Pola for out number 2.
Nice job by Savannah Pola with the drop step.
Here's Taya Banks. First pitch. Pola wants it. She got it. 3 up, 3 down for the UCLA defense. Bruin.
And you did something that's never been done in the history of Santa Barbara softball, and you should be proud and not surprised, because our kids are, you know, they play hard, they were on a roll, and just fun. You know, we just keep checking the boxes of getting better and setting some higher standards for ourselves.
Coach, what have they been like over the last couple days? Like, obviously making history for this program, but just them as teammates and getting to battle this out together.
They're having fun. You know, they keep things in perspective. I think that starts with our staff. We need to make sure we keep things in perspective, and our kids follow our lead. So they've had fun together. They understand that this is a huge opportunity for them. They don't feel like it's too big, and it's the start of something really special. So I'm proud that these guys are part of it, and that we're going to make a little run with the program and hopefully in this game.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Santa Barbara, a team you've seen in the last 2 days. You cannot count them out. UCLA put 4 runs up in the first, 4 in the second. Santa Barbara finally got on the board in the bottom of the second, but now you hit a tough part of the lineup here. Jordan Woolry and Megan Grant, who have combined now for 158 RBI. That ties the single season record set by Stacy Newman and Julie Marshall. Woolry, is this one deep enough? You bet! Get out of here! Jordan Woolry! 22 home runs on the season.
Incredible. She just continues to keep being on a tear. Nothing I like more than an Appo Taco. I think you could agree with me on that. Just kind of goes to show. I mean, she's got pull power, can go with a pitch, can go dead center. She is tough. And when you miss, she makes you pay.
It's her second home run of the regional. UCLA now 5 home runs over 3 games this weekend, and then you have to pitch to Megan Grant.
When you know Megan Grant's like, oh, dang it, now I got to do that.
They have a very friendly competition between them. Very close. They have to have their lockers next to each other. They have to be next to each other in the lineup.
And they weren't there. Did they say it was after Clearwater?
I think so. It was early on in the season.
Early on in the season, Coach had split them up, and they actually both went to her and were like, yeah, no, it's not how this is going to work. I'm going to tell you what to do here.
Hey, it's working, so.
It's working. And I think it also puts at times more pressure on Megan Grant. Meaning when you have someone like Jordan Woolry up, the numbers, there's times probably that she's getting pitched around, and it's putting Megan Grant in a position to be the one to be able to step up, and the numbers behind her aren't too shabby.
We now have a new UCLA record for a duo when it comes to RBI because of that home run, 159. You can do it, Woolry, so can I, says Megan Grant. Back-to-back bombs! And she has tied the single-season Big Ten record with 25 homers.
And this was just a sure thing. Wow. Such a pretty swing from the left side. No doubt about it. A couple big insurance runs here for UCLA.
So So now Grant and Woolry, the most ever RBI by a duo in UCLA history. And there have been some amazing players come through this program.
Yeah. You can just tell when an offense is swinging it well, when they're all kind of connected, and that's definitely the vibe that you're getting here from UCLA, that pass the bat mentality.
.161 combined RBI. That's in this season.
Yeah.
They call them the Bruin Bombers. It seems fitting, especially after the last two at-bats we just watched that went yard.
Yeah, they didn't like the Bash brothers.
Yeah, it's a no for me.
Yeah. Bruin Bombers
Bruin
here.
Bombers. There's Riley Slimp. Right to the corner. Oh, she's got speed to beat it. And the throw was dropped. So she does make it into second. But it got there if Taya Banks could have corralled it.
Yeah, Mejia had an absolute gun from right field and gets this all the way to second base on a line. If Banks is able to field this clean, then she's out.
Ramirez with a runner in scoring position. Still no outs here in the fourth. We saw back-to-back home runs from Jordan Woolry and Megan Grant to lead off the inning. Sam Stoll working in the circle right now. It was Malaya Johnson who got the ball to start. Entered the day having thrown 379 pitches in the regional. 283 of those yesterday. But UCLA had her number right away. They remembered her from Friday. Santa Barbara went to Ava Bradford and now Sam Stoll. Ramirez, she's going to find grass too. Slimp rounding third, no problem home. 11-1.
And the hard thing right now for the pitchers is just these hitters aren't fooled by anything. Trying to change speeds, all the things, but when it comes to missing over the heart of the plate, that's the one thing that you can't do, and that's what we've seen happen here a good chunk of times.
Alexis Ramirez has 5 RBI today. Her career high is 6. She had that against Northwestern earlier this season, hit 2 home runs in that game.
Well, and yet again, chasing out the third pitcher of the day here.
It'll be Ainsley Waddell, who was in the DP spot. 4th different arm that Santa Barbara has put in the circle today.
through a big game in that conference tournament against Hawaii. Was able to also hit a grand slam in that game, and I think that really is something Joe Evans talked about, difference maker, to allow for Malaya Johnson to get a little bit of rest and then continue to keep going on that path of 6 straight elimination games.
Yeah, they've won 8 straight.
Won 8 straight, but 6 straight in that conference tournament.
Yes. UCLA has dropped in 3 runs here in the 4th. Jordan Woolry and Megan Grant set the tone, going back-to-back bombs to start the inning, and still no outs. With Kanaya Bragg coming up.
All right, first pitch strikes.
Liddell coming in solid.
Yeah, let's go. Coming from the left side. Changing that piece up a little bit, establishing that outside part of the zone to Bragg.
Last year, Liddell was the co-freshman of the year in the conference in the Big West.
You knew that.
It's a little high, I know. Bragg pops up. And Alicia Acosta makes the first out of this inning.
Well, nice job by Liddell coming in and getting that first out.
Brings us to the DP, Taylor Stevens. Still has Ramirez on first. Got on with the RBI single, her 5th RBI of the day. Taylor Stevens entered today 1 for 1 in the tournament. Had a run scored, a walk, and hit by a pitch. Trying to reach for the first time today. Ainsley Waddell with the strikeout.
Back-to-back outs here for Ainsley Waddell. The pop-up on Kanaya Bragg, and then she's able to go with the change piece here. We got a little lefty-lefty matchup.
Caitlin Terry doubled in the 2nd inning. Now she gets her first look at Ainsley Waddell. Banks takes care of the lead runner for out number 3. But the Bruins, 3 more runs up on the board.
When it just happened to be from those Bruin Bombers. Number 22 for Jordan Woolry. And Megan Grant said, nah, girlfriend, I got you, 25.
These games.
Everything. They're just dialed in. You know, I'm fortunate. In their freshman year, they got to show this. You know, they had just great years with a great team, and just their conviction this year. They want to lead. They're doing a great job of bringing in the freshmen, and you know, they're leading by example. But the work that they put in, unmatched. They're here early, they're here late, and you know, they're preparing for big moments like this. So I love to be able to see the game pay them back.
Coach Taylor Tinsley getting the ball here again against the Gauchos. How would you kind of look at her performance from Friday and to where she's at today?
Yeah, I mean, she's just locked in. She's locked in and she's competing. You know, she's really focusing on being able to come up with quality pitches. You know, her routine and rhythm is good, but I'm proud of her because she's coming up with some big pitches and she's staying locked in. And then she'll come in and her and lefty are breaking it down on different ways to be able to get after it the next time. So you love seeing pitchers in a zone, and that's exactly where I think she is.
Love it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
And I like hearing that she's going in the dugout and really getting to sit down with the catcher and communicate. That part is so important. Even at times when you don't want to, there was, you know, you'd have these good, really quick innings.
We'll take Acosta spot. Swing and a miss. We saw her make 3 appearances in the Big West tournament, but haven't seen her this weekend at regionals. Her last hit, though, was on April 13th. It was a grand slam. And she's quickly behind to Taylor Tinsley. Santa Barbara just trying to chip away at this. She can't get it all back with one swing, and we've seen how dangerous they can be the last couple of days. For Tinsley, though, settling in here. And Ramirez wants to talk to her about something. Well, the Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma City, and the action begins Thursday, May 29th at noon Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2025 Women's College World Series, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Yes, you can wear that hair to the Women's College World Series. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
They might rival the Lady Vol Locos, who have had some pretty incredible outfits over the weekend.
Yeah, what a regional that's going to be, huh? Little Carlin Pickens, Jordy Ball.
Jordy Ball hit how many home runs this weekend?
4. Unless she hit one more that I don't know about.
Feels like a lot. And she pitched, obviously.
It's been cool to see her get to play both sides.
Upstairs for ball 2. This regional matches up with South Carolina. The Gamecocks won today, so whoever wins this will go to Columbia for supers. 5 strikeouts for Taylor Tinsley.
And just pulling the string yet again. Changeup is the setup pitch for all the things, but also the strikeout pitch.
Back-to-back pinch hitters for Santa Barbara. Sage Anderson, just her 8th appearance. 2 for 9 on the season. speaking of that Tennessee Super Regional, I forgot Nebraska beat Tennessee, what Jeff reminded us in the season opener.
Now that
could be a little spicy. Back-to-back case, speaking of spice.
locked in back-to-back big-time strikeouts. First one with the changeup, second one climbing the ladder with the rise ball. Love how you got really excited about those two teams.
Well, I'm already excited about that Super, but
she's like, fun fact.
Fun fact from Jeff. Darren Siegel is the pinch hitter. Megan Grant's got that one 3 up, 3 down with 2 more Ks for Tinsley. Going to the 5th inning, you see.
Bit Georgia making it out of Duke. I didn't have that on my scorecard.
Kind of came out of left field. No. Georgia, something about the postseason.
I know, they always, I just with Duke and them going to the World Series last year and the experience that they got, I felt like they were going to be making it out of that. I love that that stuff happens, though. That's what it's always about.
It's the go trio, right? Goodwin, good night for Georgia. Savannah Pola. Couldn't have gone any higher. We may have to dig it out of a tree. Home run for Savannah Pola. That brings her to 10 on the year. Excuse me, Jessica Clements with the home run. My apologies. Top of the order, and what a tournament she has had. Another RBI for her today.
Yeah, and her second home run of this regional. Get out of here. Elevate and celebrate, Michelle Smith style. Putting on a show here, UCLA.
What an opportunity for Jessica Clements, the transfer from Cal Poly. Played in the Big West, which of course is where Santa Barbara came from. They're in that conference. And Jessica Clements just sent one into the tree. Brings it to 7 home runs on the weekend for UCLA.
I'm just thinking of home runs when I was watching that Texas series, the Saturday game against Michigan. They had 6 in one game. Just throwing that nugget out there.
I like it.
But the thing about Texas for me, with the offensive piece, I feel like it's key. The question moving forward is going to be how sharp is their pitching going to be? I think that's going to be the...
And Waddell strikes out Pola.
Nice pitch. Ainsley Waddell, that lefty-lefty. Did a good job getting to a quick 0-2 and
Jayla Castro will be the pinch hitter. UCLA didn't waste any time breaking this game open. 4 runs in the first inning, 4 runs in the second inning. In fact, all 9 hitters came to the plate in the second.
Good hold.
Castro coming in this game as a pinch hitter, not phased. Battle with Ainsley Waddell. Quick shoe tie, ready to go. Foul ball.
It's a good at bat by Castro. Sometimes coming off the bench, doesn't matter what the score is. Have a good productive at bat.
To right. Mejia's got it. 2 down. Really good at bat.
Megan Grant, last at bat, 25th home run of the year.
No big deal.
No big deal.
An RBI single in the second, a solo home run in the fourth. That's when UCLA went back-to-back solos to lead off the inning. Jordan Woolry, then Megan Grant.
Still a good fight here by the Gauchos. I mean, Waddell coming in, doing a good job. You're seeing her teammates constantly still chatting. It can feel like a lot when you're down.
And Megan Grant gets hit.
Just gets that back knee.
Kate Blunt will be the pinch hitter for UCLA. winner of this regional matches up with South Carolina, who won its regional. Series will be played in Columbia, South Carolina. First time they're back in the Super since 2018.
And UCLA makes it out of here. It's going to be a fun one. I mean, South Carolina was predicted to finish close to bottom of the pack of the SEC, and here they are getting to host a Super Regional. It's just kind of a cool, perfect storm.
First strike coming into Kate Blunt. Hit by a pitch and a walk, back to back. Alexis Ramirez, 5 RBI. Two RBI singles, one in the first, one in the second. Yeah, bases loaded, that's right. Came up to the plate with the bases loaded twice.
Yeah.
Then an RBI single in the fourth. Oh, Ramirez to the warning track. And now Santa Barbara down to its final 3 outs.
A moment for her.
And hits Kaylin Garcia, the pinch hitter.
Maybe a little nerves. When you saw the Gauchos yesterday when they took Kenzie Brown out of the game in that 10 inning, and they brought in Loopy, they just went to town, tied the ball game up. Coach Joe Evans even talked about that before the game and just the fight of her team.
The Gauchos don't have to score 11 runs here to tie it. But they do need to cut the deficit to under 8 in order to avoid the run rule.
There it is.
Jada Cecil started her career at UC San Diego, was the Big West Pitcher of the Year. Kanaya Bragg grabs it, one away. The pinch hitter for Santa Barbara, Katie Terrazas. They're looking for her first hit since March 26th. You know, the Santa Barbara program, so much to build on that they've accomplished this season, moving forward, and this season being Jo Evans' third with the program. She said it's been a fun build.
And I think being able to get them back here is going to also give them a taste of what it's like to continue to keep grinding and working harder to want to make this a standard of where their program goes. The postseason at times now, I feel like more than ever, it seems hard to make it, right? Like there's just so much at stake. There's so many good teams out there.
Strikeout for Cecil.
Nice pitch, outside corner.
Santa Barbara down to its final out. Santos keeps swinging, got herself a hit. 2-1.
Nice job by Jazzy Santos.
Giselle Mejia. Santa Barbara would have to put up 4 runs here in order to extend the game. That one off of Cecil's glove. Oh, Kanaya Bragg. The diving catch slid her right into second, and UCLA will head to Columbia, South Carolina for Super Regionals.
Wow, what an incredible play here to end it by Kanaya Bragg. Jada Cecil getting her first career start on this field in the postseason to end it for the group. Offensively, let's go. This UCLA team can sure swing it. They showed it 2 run rule games the past couple days, and then to just really put the nail in the coffin, they did it again here, 3 in a row.
And UCLA has never opened an NCAA tournament with 3 straight run rule victories. The last time they had 3 run rule wins in the tournament was 2010, 2 in the Supers, then their first game of the Women's College World Series.
And they won it in 2010. So